Sci-fi. Yes. Ooh. Space. Stressed face. Like that.
Silent. Mars waited for us.
It did. Still does.
But when we finally came, it was to answer a call.
Okay. Your ability to do anything is contingent on the dice you have available. You lose that and things will start to spiral out of control. Events that take away dice are bad. Okay. So, your friends list is in the score list, so you can expose them to the general public if you want to. Motion blur can be turned off, as can bloom. Let's let bloom on. Bit lower volume. So, Tharsis, let's have a look. Mars, huh? Oh, the counter.
Welcome to the Ectomy. This briefing will give you a basic understanding needed to ensure the safety and success of our mission. To research the anomaly on Mars. Above all else, it is your job to keep the ship and the crew functional and well. We don't know what to expect from Tharsis, so we have to be at our best once we make planetfall.
Okay, that's our ship. I forgot about the counter. Sorry about that. 1 hour per game, maximum. Until we know what it does and or started to hate it. So we've got a chemist on board named Musgrave and a botanist called Cross. There are different symbols here. And someone's on side. Okay.
Regular maintenance keeps our ship in good working order. Performing maintenance tasks is done by using a crew member's dice to combat any problems that arise. A crew member's remaining dice are shown here.
Okay, so the dice are abilities and action points, kinda. I think that they call it dice instead of action points makes people go and refund the game instantly because, I don't know, I think dice make people nervous. System failure in the tank. Uh-oh. And I guess that's the cost up there, eh?
The PM Musgrave only has one die. It's unclear if she can fix either event on her own. J. Cross will have to move Cross to flight control, since that event can cause damage to the Ectomy. Click on Cross's portrait, then click on flight control to choose the module. Finally, click deploy to move Cross into the module.
Okay. Yeah, that's... I click him. Oh, I can't drag and drop. The mouse that they showed was just being very slow. Okay.
The Ectomy's hull integrity and impending damage caused by events are visible on your HUD in the upper left. Don't let this run out, or we're all dead.
Okay. This game is not pulling any punches, is it? I'm gonna disable the supporter bar there for a minute. If this goes wrong, you're dead. Undocking inhibit override warning, UIO. Right? The latching connectors for controlling module undocking have begun to loosen due to command errors in flight control. Who was that? Who do we need to space? Repair costs 4 dice. impending damage. This is our ship hull. So this is the amount of damage we would suffer. So that's probably one of the 8 hull points we have. Not much hand-holding here.
In the middle HUD, you'll notice how much work has to be done to repair an event. Work is done by placing dice into the repair slot. Roll the dice now and drag them to the event to fix the problem.
Roll the dice. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. We have 14 available. And we need 4 work.
Good.
Done.
Now click on Finish Deployment to end J. Cross's turn.
So there's a minimum number you need to roll in order to finish certain jobs.
Since Musgrave is low on dice, let's use the life support module to get her some more. Click on Musgrave's portrait, then click on life support to choose the module, and click deploy.
Yeah, they say click, that's alright.
Each module has an ability that can help the ship or the crew.
Cool.
Using module abilities is handled similarly to fixing problems on the ship.
Yes.
Roll now and place a die in the module ability slot to replenish some of Musgrave's dice.
Oh.
Each module ability requires a die of a specific value be used.
Yes.
Note the iconography to see which dice are valid.
Oh, you need... it's like Yahtzee in space then. A pair, 5 or higher. So this needs a pair. With 1 die. How does that work? It's a 4.
Each module will help the crew in a different way. Learn how to use module abilities to increase our mission's chance of success. Now click on Finish Deployment to end Mapia Musgrave's turn.
Didn't it say I need a pair? And now I put a 4 in?
Now that everyone has finished with their tasks, the remaining active events will play out. If J. Cross hadn't fixed the event in flight control, it would have caused damage to the ship's hull at this time. There are several types of events, including those that cause harm to the crew, reduce the crew's dice, deplete resources, damage the Ectomy, or cause module systems to fail. Learning which events to let carry over from turn to turn will greatly increase your likelihood of success.
Yes.
Managing the crew's wellness is one of the most important aspects of the mission. Keep the crew's health up and stress down.
Language. That's why it's 17 and above, right? You're all fucking stupid.
Will keep our choices during this phase
it
reasonable,
says.
While good health will keep our crew alive. If a crew member's stress becomes too high, they may slip into space madness and start making choices that harm themselves, the ship, or the rest of the crew. Decide what you want to do and leave the phase when you're ready.
A side project. So this reminds me a lot of RimWorld, doesn't it? My room is too small. I'm going to start killing people now. Just keep working. We'll make it through. Or it isn't going to come free. In fact, it may damage the ship, but we need food. So we stress him out and get 2 dice for him. Or we risk hull damage for food. Currently, I don't know how much food we have, how much food we need. So I'm not sure if this is a good choice. I'm going to stress him out a bit.
Provisions on the Ectomy are rationed for the long journey, so
yes.
Only eat what you need to. Giving food to a crew member will replenish some of their dice. Drag and drop food, and then click Finish.
Maybe we can, I don't know. Drag to replenish dice. Okay, finish.
When a turn begins, it's best to take in the entirety of the situation before rushing to action.
Rushing.
Seeing everything from a bird's eye view will allow you to develop a solid strategy.
No, it will not.
In this situation, Cross should be able to take care of the system failure in the pantry. But first, let's have Musgrave fix the new event in life support so Cross can pass through to the pantry unscathed. Passing through active events causes the crew to take damage.
Wolf Soul, thank you so much for the resub. Appreciate it a lot. There you go. The counter goes up.
Yeah. Party.
Oh.
Best day ever. Party. So much party. Party.
Thank you so much.
You drop. Say it again. Yeah.
Super awesome. Burgers. Nice. Enjoy your meal. Do enjoy your meal. And thank you for the resub, Wolf Soul. You've been with us for such a long time. Appreciate it a lot. So, Tharsis, that game is not pulling any punches, is it?
Since Musgrave is already in life support, and since leaving will cause her to take damage, let's fix this event and make a risk-free path to the pantry for Cross. Deploy Musgrave and fix the event now.
Yeah, the tutorial is really trying to help. But, yeah, okay. So, regain dice required. This is a pair, isn't it? If I want to get more than... okay. So, for repair, I need 5. Right. And if I want to get a dice back, I could sacrifice the one I rolled here. I think that's how it works.
We can now fix the system failure in the pantry to get food distribution up and running again. Move Cross there now and take care of it.
Alright. The benzene tank inspection is necessary. A pressure fluctuation has been detected in the pantry. Worth checking, as long-term exposure to benzene or C6H6 can lead to immunotoxicity and eventually leukemia. Fun. So we resolve this. Yeah.
Each crew member also has their own specialty, and their abilities can be used to help the crew fulfill the mission.
Ooh, nice.
Place qualifying values in the character ability slot to use these abilities.
Why do I have... oh, because I'm in the pantry. I can get food and dice at the same time. Right.
Now click on Finish Deployment.
But I want to get the dice back. I can't take it out again. It says here earn 4. Does that mean for food, not for dice? I will find out soon. Meat. Crap. Meteor shower. Holy loudness. I'm sorry about that. The voiceover is very low volume. The rest is super loud.
We had prepared for any disaster. For every disaster. Not all of them at once. We can't turn back, but how can we go on?
So, meteoroids, micrometeoroids even, have destroyed the pantry and crippled the ectomy. Cross has been ejected into space and Musgrave suffered a fatal injury. Your new goal is survive. Wow. That came quick. So let's see if we can reduce the sound maybe. Difficulty easy. Okay, cool. So the game's idea is to put you into a situation where you have too many things to take care of and you have to decide what takes priority. in order to save the ship and the people on it. And there are a lot of systems that are overlapping here, and the tutorial is crap. It explains a few things, but it's not good. Because I can't look at events like the meteoroid strike to get a description. So I guess it takes 8 work or whatever and 1 die to resolve this and prevent 1 impending damage to the hull, which is down to 4 out of maximum 8. We've got different skills. That's been explained that they have skills. We don't know if they can use their skills only in a specific compartment or always, or, you know, there's a lot of not explained stuff. I think I'd rather not have done the tutorial, honestly. Each turn covers a week of time on the journey to Mars. The turn begins with a new event phase. The hull is our life points. The crew health represents how much injury they can sustain. Is that on the left or on the right? Gets 1 die to the crew in module. Plus 1 health to crew in module, but plus 1 hull, plus 1 reroll. So in order to decide who goes there, I would need to know what there is and how it works. So I mean, this is a niche game in a niche that doesn't even exist, right? So that it's to be expected that it's not a super developed thing. The onboard countermeasures to prevent the crew from hazards, protect. Those are assists. They are limited and used automatically. Your ship replenishes 1 each turn. The lab increases assist. Flight control reduces movement damage, I guess. Operations reduces stress. You gain dice and life support. You recover health in the med bay. You get hull repair and maintenance, and the greenhouse has food. So that makes a lot of sense. Reducing the repair value to 0. That's up there, the number. Movement damage. Exiting or passing through a module with an event in it will injure the crew. Ah, that's important. Flight control has no movement damage. So if you go to flight control, you don't have any movement damage. Who's selected currently? Alison Silva. Got 3 dice left. So let's try to fix this.
Keep an eye on your assists, which block the effects of hazards.
Okay, there are 2 hazards.
Hazards prevent dice with matching values from being re-rolled. Void hazards remove dice from play. Injury hazards cause health damage. Assists automatically replenish at the rate of 1 assist per round.
So, an assist automatically protects from hazards. Yeah, it probably could be a board game, right? You draw a card with an event and then you do the thing. The onboard countermeasures prevent the crew from hazards. These are limited and used automatically. So the assist I currently have will remove 1 of the stasis automatically. I would like to choose that. Yeah. Okay. They have their own unique ability. Place a die into the slot to activate that immediately. Must follow the rules indicated. Makes sense. 1 of each die can be placed to gain research points. Use these to perform research projects or shuffle the projects. Get different projects for one research point, okay. There are all crew and single crew effects on the research. Alright. So if I want to increase the assist, I need to roll a 5 and put it here. That would be nice to have 2 assists per turn. The repairs are going to take 10. And let's see, we should get 1 removed from stasis now. Yeah. So that's our assist used up for a bad roll. Unlucky, we rolled both numbers in stasis. Right? The roll die stack cannot be re-rolled. Right? So you have to match the number 2 or 3 to get this nasty effect, and obviously I got both. I can roll 2 more times. Or can I re-roll 2 more times? I haven't... You can hold dice sometimes. Dice can be used to help. A crew member's dice status shows how many dice they roll. Dice can be rolled again, but re-rolls are limited. Okay, so if I use one of them, obviously they are gone. That's a bad roll. Let's try that again. Why are they still in stasis? Oh, how much luck do you have? I thought the assist would have blocked that. Oh, the assist took off the 2. Well, that was bad luck. But we have enough to increase the assist here. Oh no, that needs a 5 on the dice. I can't accumulate that. Yeah. Okay, so but I did reduce it to 2. Yeah, I misunderstood how the stasis worked with the assist. The assist took the stasis off the 2. Yeah, they are look as scared as I feel. So the captain has to the crew in module. How was it with the movement? Exiting or passing through a module will injure them. So if I send the mechanic here to repair this, he should be fine. And if I send Kayla to the captain, I could heal them. Right? So now they are both here. And if I roll now, there's one, the one is in stasis.
If you roll a die that you like, but aren't sure where you want to use it, place it in the dice hold area while you re-roll your other dice.
Okay, now we have the hold area. Okay, cool. So she can heal herself and the captain by 1, and she can start the repairs also. Yeah, I would constantly be terrified as well, Wiggles. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that was okay. And now they both have 3 health instead of 2. And now the captain has to do the job. Ah, we didn't roll a 1. That's good. Yeah, we can't reduce stress currently. That's bad. Let's see. Let's keep this and re-roll. Yeah, nice. So we can reduce stress and repair.
In addition to crew and module abilities, you can always use your dice for research. Utilizing research as part of your core strategy is a powerful tactic. And it's also a great place to stash leftover dice.
Yeah.
Placing a die in the research bank adds 1 point to the research pool. You can then spend those points on research projects to help better our chances of achieving mission success.
Okay. Let's do it. So now we move the mechanic to the module here. Lattice defects have caused a decreased load of carbon capture in the biotech facility. It used to feel like they were making these things up to provide busy work, but it must be important now. Okay, now we have the full set of user interface options. Oh god, they've got a stasis roll again and a 1. That is bad. And you know, when we have breakfast, I like to do this. If I don't enjoy the topic. Kerbal Space Program. I haven't even played that. Right, so we've got a stasis 2 and a crappy 1. We will re-roll the crappy 1. The crappy 3. Okay, so well, basically that means we can do the repair and spend this on research to get 1 hull back. This would patch the hull, and you get a new project here if you finish one, or you can re-roll them for one research point. I like this game. It's
moods are turning sour, the crew's and my own. But if I can't lead them, we're all dead. I need to get it together.
Yeah, I guess it can be tricky, but that's the whole point of this game. This is not for enjoying space. This is for a randomizer of it nearly is a storyteller. And the fact that it is sort of luck based, I think that's a bit of a misconception. The way you distribute the dice is essential, not really the number on them. It's prioritizing distribution and a bit of luck, probably. Right? You can't make it without luck if you have dice involved. But I think people mistake this for a luck-based game. That's not it. I like how they did it. It's obviously the graphics are not super awesome, and it could all look a bit prettier. I hope there's a board game version of this somewhere. I would start screaming at the dice on the table, I guess. So now we choose a side project. So we could, we just repaired the hull with research, right? We could reinvest that into stress reduction. Injuries orange, purple is void, and stasis is blue. And if you then we look at the ship in a minute, then we see the type of hazard we can yeah. Don't roll a 5. Good job. The repair would take a 9. That's a bad roll. Ah, let's roll again. Are we a few points short? Yeah, that way we cannot send the doctor to the med bay, but I think it's still all right. Get 1 research point. Repairs are down to 5. And the doctor has 1 dice. That's not good. Yeah, losing is bad. Yeah, losing dice is bad. So green means no hazard, I guess. We don't see that here, but red is... No, I don't know what that means. Thing. Yeah, I think it's a smart thing. It's fun to play. I mean, we are in the tutorial still. Exactly, that's what I said earlier. I think this is more of a storytelling game than a chance-based space survival. I think it is exactly that. It seems like it. So the good doctor has to repair this now. With a die. That needs to be a 6. Yeah. So if we roll a 5, we repair it and lose 1 health. If we roll a 6... Ah, roll a 5, yeah. The assist protected us, okay. Lucky us. Repairs done, yes. Awesome. Cool, that was not the perfect way, but it was an okay way. The mechanic and the specialist, mechanic goes to the med bay. Oh, if we roll a 2, we lose it. Yeah, exactly. I think I read a few of the comments on Steam. I think people misunderstood what this game is trying to do, which can happen. If you are a game like the Tharsis, it can happen that people blame you for being mean. But I think if you approach this from the right angle, this is awesome. How did you point it? Fail as fancy as possible. Yes, very much so. And I think I could enjoy this on my own time. It's not a super good stream game, and then again, maybe it's not as bad as a filler. You know, when you don't have something else for the last hour of the stream or something. Let's die in Tharsis is not the worst thing that can happen. But not on a regular basis over a long period of time. But for what it is, it's actually really fun. So let's not lose a dice, huh? Uh-oh. That one's gone. But we had a good roll here. We can repair. So if we don't repair this, everybody will lose 1 health, and we can't have that. So we repair. Right? If they all go down to 2 and the captain goes down to 4, that would be bad. So this is the way we can do it. Okay. Here you can get dice back. Mm. Well, gathering food will be necessary next turn. Oh right, we have the specialist still. There you go. Let's look at this again. Yeah, let's get food. I thought we were done already. If we roll a pair, we would get more. And the higher value doesn't do anything currently. Yeah. We did earn a pair. So if you have 3, you get 1 extra. You don't get something for the first one. We have 1 food. Yeah, it's all skill based. I trained for this for weeks.
I let my fear get the better of me, but the others have proven me wrong.
Still hurts.
I'm proud of how the crew has come together. I think we might actually have a chance
To survive the tutorial, which we did. We're running low in supplies and should spend some extra time harvesting food. That's right. So if you use 1 food, you get 3 dice back. I think that's the way. They would both lose a. I gain 1 dice with this. 2 assists and stress for those guys. Nah, we do this. Yeah, we basically we did that. Okay, so health is still lowish. The doctor gets some. And the captain special was stress relief, I think. So the specialist for versatility. Yeah, avoid the void. So as long as you have assists, you kind of want to do the void thing, I guess. Ah! Someone else has to play this. I don't want to do it. Let's see. If I move everybody who's hurt in here, and then use the doctor to roll the dice, and not roll many 4s. Wow, 27. Okay. Ah, okay. The captain replenishes the dice. Okay. So I'm sending her in because she has a lot of dice and the high chance to repair this, and the assist is still active. I'm not sure if that makes a lot of sense. That's going to be saved. Okay, we don't have a pair, nor do we have another. another thing. Currently, I would say it's not worth it to re-roll because I risk the voiding. So I put this up here and 2 dice into the research because the research is not about the number. Well, unless it's already blocked, and it's not yet blocked, so I can add 2 research points. And now I could heal 3. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 crew members who would profit from that. And we get a new research thing, and this is opened up. Cool. That was decent, Dr. Jones. That was decent. Now we have a crap ton of repairs here, and stasis. Oh, didn't it say all? I thought it said all crew. Yeah, it's easy to block that up. I thought it said all. Did it say all in module? Yeah. Ah, okay. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. Let's see. We could use food. So we deploy you here. That's food. And now we roll another 4 and something else. The 6 is not really super necessary for anything, so come on. Yeah. Right. So we get 2 food and a research. Yeah, done this. The food using is between between events, or can I just use it? You're used to being lucky. Okay. So if I move the captain here, he would get an extra dice. Yeah. If I roll a 5 that I spare. I have a chance to heal the captain or do research, and then the assist the mechanic can go to the repair thing. Yeah, okay. Let's go. It's not a 5. Roll a 5, damn it. Oh. He didn't roll a 5. Horrid. It was worth a try. Go there. 27. Easy. We can do that easy. Yeah, no, I think the plan is not to be able to do all the things. The plan is to do as good as he can and make decisions that reduce the bad. You can't remove the bad. You can just reduce it. Oh, a 6. Yeah. Oh, I kind of want to have that. But the 6 needs to go there. Easy. $36 points total with 12 dice. 3 on every dice, yeah. Now, if we have those in stasis, I might even put them in here. Let's try. Ah, 6 would have been so nice. The 4 is relatively useless now. +1 health all crew is something we can do, but I want to reduce this to 14, I think. Oh man, I don't know. Nah, let's reduce that. So we lose 1 health, everybody. Yeah.
I've checked our food stores and it looks grim.
No.
We lost more than half our supplies with the module.
No.
If we don't find some creative solutions, we'll starve before we ever reach Mars.
Exactly. +1 health would cancel it out, and we can do that. Not gonna do that. They both lose a die, and all crew gets 1 health. No, this is definitely not. No.
With the limited supplies aboard, it's unclear if we can maintain our strength for the long trip to Mars. There is another option.
Eat the pinky.
The body of Mapia Musgrave is still in the medical bay and has been well preserved.
No.
What is more important?
No.
The mission or our humanity?
Don't eat the pinky. It's bad for your health. Each usage of cannibalism will decrease the overall health of that crew member and cause significant stress. The benefit increases as crew perish. Oh god, okay. Yeah, that's a good first look at this game. I don't want to make that decision. Nah, okay. Not yet. Uh-oh. Hull damage. We can't have hull damage. Right. If we deploy the captain here, the specialist gets an extra die. This game is fun to play, if that wasn't obvious by now. Oh, I would pass through here. Ah, okay, so you have to get 16 done with 3 dice. Ooh. Maybe we can keep up the smoke a bit longer. Right. Okay, I think this first. 2 stasis still, I think. I didn't. Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got some extra. It's a bad distribution though. Too many options. You remember encountering this for the first time and thinking, wait, I thought this is a dice game. Why are my morals being tested? Yeah. The decisions are brutal. Cannibalism, awesome. I'm gonna risk a reroll, I think. It nearly was another 6. I'm considering leaving this open. to get this, but yeah, no. What is this? Crusader Kings 2/3 with the cannibalistic rulers? Yeah, maybe. Repair the ship. Okay. Now, if we make the doctor finish this. Maybe it's easier to decide if we have the specialist go first here. That's an injury chance. That's an injury chance. Okay, so I'll deploy the doctor first. 2 or 3. Ah, okay. I nearly played this for an hour, huh? Surprisingly good. This game is surprisingly good. The graphics don't really matter. The dice don't really matter. The fact that you are in stress space is awesome. Don't roll a 3. How bad is it? A stasis. Okay, we rolled a stasis, but otherwise the assist cleared that. I should have used the assist for the specialist. Oh. Well, I could re-roll this with the chance of injury, which I don't care about. No, I don't have. I can't use this now. It's not a thing. It's a 5, and that's a 16. Spot on. That means we can move the captain to the other module without an injury. It's skill, all right. If it doesn't stop being luck. Okay. So their specialist would get an extra die. If we have a 5 to spare. Chance for injury is relatively high. If we roll 3 3s, we're dead. Well, that's okay. Liz Shark, thank you so much for the host. I appreciate that. Luck is a one-time thing. Once it becomes repeatable, you are firmly in skill territory. I absolutely agree. Liz Shark, thank you for the host. Appreciate that. So for everybody watching over from Le Sharks, welcome to Tharsis, which is dice in space. It's not dice in space, by the way. We're doing a Discovery Marathon today with space games, and Tharsis is the first one, and it throws you into a moral dilemma on a 5-minute timer. Oh God. Hey Emre, no problem. I'm gonna make a highlight for you tomorrow. You can check out the highlight tomorrow, or you can watch it back right now. Right? Or during the break, maybe. Dice in space. They would spin forever. You would never get to know if you are skilled or not. See, this is 5 short. If I give the specialist a 5... Ah, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. But I have to risk re-rolling the 2. Right? I have to. I need to re-roll the 4 as well. You know? I could make the difference. Oh no, it's impossible to get a 17. He's not gonna do it on his own. He's not gonna do it on his own. So he's gonna give another dice to the specialist. I'm actually gonna hold on to the 4 and re-roll the 2. Don't be an injury. Oh, you bastard! Okay, now it's not better than before. I'm actually gonna put 1 into research. Put the event to 12. Ah! Okay, 1 health, all crew. All crew. Not just this guy. Oh, a snack for 2. Cool. I like it. Check the meat. Yes, absolutely. I should do that. I should do that. Yeah, we've got 3 minutes to check out the cannibalism. The stress level is high. Okay, so Silver, you have to do it now. Don't roll a 3. Everything else should be alright. Oh, yeah, the specialist with a 12, huh? Look at that. Okay, a win is a win. And now I can not gain any food. I could try to re-roll a higher number, because you're more reluctant to put a high number in here when you are doing actual important stuff. So. Oof.
A transmission arrived.
We're still alive.
From Earth, but from Mars.
What?
From Tharsis.
Cannibals?
An impossible signal from an impossible source. Is this what we're searching for?
Holy crap.
Transmitting this signal. Was there another mission to Mars? One sent before ours? Or is the message coming from someone else?
Someone else. Well, the captain could sacrifice a health point and go down to 3. I'm not gonna sacrifice 2 health points. Are you silly? Cannibalism. Okay, we're gonna eat our previous crew member who's now dead and frozen. Oh man. The doctor's gonna do it secretly. Okay, so doctor's got the meat dice, and we'll give our specialist some extra food. Right, and now we have to send the doctor to somewhere. Airflow fail. Oh god. Yeah, send the doctor in. And see the meat dice. Oh, avoider. No ones, please. With blood. 2 injuries. Ow. Oh, it just counted as 1. I thought I would lose 2. They are bloody. Awesome. Yeah, Emre, it is. It's a very interesting game. It doesn't look like it, maybe, but it is very interesting. The moral dilemma, the decision making. There's a tiny hump at the beginning when the game does a medium okay job of doing a tutorial thing. There's a manual. Maybe, you know, have that open on the second screen if you have one. It's a little hump. If you get over that, it's awesome fun. Yeah. Because we ate our crew member. Here. We ate our friend. Part of her. Instead of food. The boys are back on the menu. Oh. Yeah. So the time's up, and I would now meet my doom at the hands of cannibalism. Sorry about that pun. I had to. This is Tharsis, a decision-making game with storytelling capabilities in space, featuring dice and some very few but interestingly overlapping mechanics. If you check the marathon list, there's a link to the Steam page and also a shopping opportunity for you, if you like this. There's a clean table? No. Very sticky. So, Tharsis was